What's up, Moxie parents? I hope you guys are having a good Monday. It's the afternoon, and I've spent the last few days with the team. We've all just been kind of brainstorming, coming up with ideas. How are we going to continue to be a part of the students' lives who are a part of the Moxie family in the midst of everything that's going on in our world right now? So, number one, we're going to listen to the authority that God has put over us. That's our local church authorities, which is the leadership team, as well as the elders. That's also our local government authorities, and really at this point, the state and federal authorities have all said we need to avoid gathering in large groups. So we are going to heed their wisdom. So at least for the next 2 weeks, we will not be meeting on Wednesday physically at our McDonough campus, but we will continue to be a Moxie family. So I wanted to bring you guys up to speed with what we're going to try and do. One of the greatest tools that we have at our disposal right now is one that a lot of times it gets used incorrectly, but this is an opportunity for us to actually use it for good, and that is technology and social media. There are a lot of social media platforms out there. The big ones are Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. If you don't know what all of those are, that's okay. But as far as our 6th through 12th graders, here is where we're at. A lot of them don't have Facebook accounts, and the ones that do have Facebook accounts, they're not super active on there. A lot of them do have Instagram accounts, a lot of them have Snapchat accounts, and a lot of them have TikTok accounts. We have tried engagement on Snapchat in the past, and it is really good for a one-on-one engagement, but it's not great for a large group engagement. They also, if I'm being honest, they just aren't spending as much time on it as they were even a year ago because of TikTok. TikTok is just an enigma in the world of the internet right now, and so we're not going to try to jump into TikTok right now to figure out a way for us to utilize that because it's kind of the Wild West. So we're going to stick to Instagram, and we've got a couple things coming up that we would like to do to just try and continue to have conversations with your students, especially because they're also experiencing everything that is going on right now. Every day at 2 o'clock on our Instagram feed, which is at Moxie Students, we will put out a question. It's just an engaging question. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about some things. So if your student has an Instagram, please have them follow at Moxie Students. If your student doesn't have an Instagram, we aren't suggesting that you give them Instagram, but it would be wonderful if you have Instagram, or if you could get Instagram to then follow at Moxie Students. That way they have the opportunity to engage with us over that social media. I would say also, as a parent who has been through some of this, you all interacting with them on social media together in that way can be a great learning opportunity for both students and parents. So we're going to put that out every day. Every week we're also going to have a contest on Friday. We're still working out the details on that, but it will be through Instagram stories. It should be fun. It's going to be hilarious. There'll be more details for that. Also, you can just literally watch our Instagram account for posts and for stories to see what's coming up that way. As far as on Wednesdays, what we're going to do, because we're not meeting, is we're going to utilize Zoom, which is an online meeting technology. We looked at a bunch of different platforms that have a lot of wonderful features, but the beauty of Zoom is that it allows us to be face-to-face with up to 100 people. So that's our entire Moxie family. On a Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, everybody logs into Zoom. We can all communicate with one another. We can see each other. So at 7 p.m. this Wednesday, we will start a Zoom meeting. You can find that link on our Instagram when it starts to go live. You'll be able to find it on our website, and I will also send it out in an email so that you guys can get right on there. If your student has an iPad or a tablet of any kind, or if they have a smartphone, there's an app called zoom.us that you can get. The beauty of Zoom is that it is a little bit more of a closed loop than just social media or YouTube. What that means is that they'll have a meeting ID, and really the only people who use Zoom are people who need to meet with other people using that platform. It's used a lot in the business world, but we're going to use it for a totally new purpose this week and next. So if you would, go ahead and get it. If you want to sign up for an account, it's free. That way you're already logged in. If you don't, you can actually join the meeting without being signed in. The plus to being signed in is that then we know who you are but you can also just type your name in. So 7 p.m. on Wednesday, the Zoom meeting will open up. It'll work pretty much like a regular Moxie Wednesday night, except for you'll be at your home or wherever it is that you are at with your device, being a part of the Moxie family. A couple of other things, because of what's going on, that also means that our Radiant Weekend is at least postponed at this point. We have some tentative dates coming up, but we're kind of waiting to see how this plays out in the country. So we will continue to communicate with parents as that date gets a little bit closer. If you would, just give your children the opportunity, your students the opportunity to engage with us via social media, via technology, because we want to continue to be a part of their story, especially as they're going to have more free time than they've had in recent months. They're going to have a lot of questions. They're going to have a lot of emotions. Even though they've got a lot of schoolwork to do, their entire regular daily process is really going to change, at least for the next few weeks. So we want to be a part of what's going on in their lives. We want to partner with you guys and continue to minister to them and continue to love on them and shepherd them as their Moxie family.